Hello, everyone! Welcome to Molehill Mountain, episode 310. Andrew Eisen here. Can you believe it? We are 1 week away from the Extra Life charity event. By this time next week, we'll be right in the middle of the marathon. My gosh, it's almost here. Why is the top of my camera dusty? Let me fix that. There we go. Yeah. Are you ready? 'Cause I'm not. I've still got a bunch of stuff to do. Getting close. Have one more promo video that goes live Tuesday. That'll cover all the guests and the games. That's done. I just need to upload it, so that's good. All of the commercial break stuff, that's all edited and rendered and ready to go, so that's good. I still need to do up the little cards that go along the bottom of the screen that talk about the various donation incentives. That I still need to do. Still need to get... I still need to buy about half the drinks for the drinking game. So I need to do that this week. I'm working on another video. It's not Extra Life related. It's actually Gem and the Holograms related. Haven't done one of those in a while. Hoping to have that done by Thursday. Scrungle says, tried to spread the word as much as I could. Hell, even tagged you on Twitter for the Extra Life event. Oh, well, thank you. I hope we get a lot of people this year. Yeah, I hope so too. Chaos says, took November 6th off of work so I can be around for the whole marathon. Wow. Thanks, Chaos. Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun. Got my games. So, let me see if it... Alright. There we go. Got There we are. Resident Evil Village Gold Edition and Bayonetta 3. Hooray! Now... Resident Evil Village, that's the main game we're playing. Bayonetta, that's going to take some work yet. We still need to raise another $1,000 to get the After Dark block going. But these showed up yesterday like they were supposed to, so that's nice. So I installed them and downloaded everything. Because, you see, the Gold Edition of Resident Evil Village... The disc, which is not in here right now, it's in the PS4, is exactly the same disc that was in the non-Gold Edition case a year and a half ago. The only difference is they include this little insert here with a download code for all of the, the Winter's expansion and the Trauma Pack. Whatever the Trauma Pack is, it doesn't actually say anywhere what the hell the Trauma Pack is. And Resident Evil Reverse, which I don't care. So yeah, they didn't print new discs. They just printed up little inserts with download codes. Although it is kind of funny because this code has an expiration date of December 31st, 27.99. So don't worry. If you're thinking about waiting for the price to drop, you've got several hundred years to download the Gold Edition content. So, of course, it was about 6 hours of downloading and installing for both games. When I was a kid, I bought a new game, took it out of the box, plugged it in, turned it on, and started playing. Immediately. Didn't have to do a system update, didn't have to download a day one patch. You just plug the game in and start playing. Imagine if you bought a DVD or a Blu-ray or something and there was just, I don't know, the only thing on the disc is a key to download the movie from a server somewhere. So it's like, hey, I bought, I don't know, Star Wars or whatever on DVD. I'm going to watch Star Wars on DVD. You put it in your Blu-ray player or whatever, and it's like, hooray, now I have to download Star Wars so that I can watch it. I mean, A lot of things are better today. Some not so much. On the bright side, if they do mess something up, like if there's a bug in the game, they can patch it out. There's like a big bug in, I forget, it's Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, something to do with the cannon room. Just don't do the thing that triggers the soft lock or whatever it is, because they can't patch it. So it's kind of nice that if something slips through QA, they can fix it. On the other hand, that kind of incentivizes developers to be a little lax. It's like, we can just patch it if we miss something, so we don't have to make absolutely sure it is ready to go. Well, just day 1 patch, day 2, day 10. Or if it's Cyberpunk 2077, day 536 patch. Or Fallout 76, 78, 79, somewhere around there. You know, day 947 patch. You just keep patching it until you get it to work. It's fine. It's fine. Jared says still doesn't contain the whole game. Most now just have a key that says you own it. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times, I don't think most of the game is actually. It's like, is there anything on this disc at all? I forget what was. I think it's Doom Eternal. Like, because I bought the disc and I plugged it in and it downloaded like 62 gigs to update to 1.25. I'm like, Jesus, what is all that? Was there anything actually on the disc? Good gracious me. Chaos says, I miss the days of insert game and play immediately. Yeah, me too. They also came with 6 discs sometimes in a box. There you go. So some games, especially if you're talking some of the older PC games, yeah. Chaos says the new Call of Duty is just a download key on a disc. Yeah, 76. Thank you, Scrungle. Yeah. So let me reorganize my stuff here. Boop, 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 and then we'll say. So I saw something from WB Pictures, Warner Brothers Pictures, on Twitter right before we started. Oh, is Modern Warfare 2 not good? Texture popping, wonky animations. Oh, that sucks. It's kind of, that's one of the things about games today. Also, it's like, you know what? I'll wait a couple of months. Not just for... A lot of times I won't buy a game instantly because it's too expensive. I'm not paying $60 for a game, or 70 or whatever. 50 is as high as I go for games. So I wait for a price drop, but also that works in my favor because a lot of games, like Resident Evil Village, it's like, I know they're going to have a gold edition or collector's edition or enhanced or something at some point. That includes the DLC, so I can wait a year. I've got a gigantic backlog of crap to play through, so... and it'll be cheaper. And yeah. But also, when you wait a month or 2 or 3 to buy a game, you give it a chance to see if the damn thing actually works, right? Because too many games just don't work very well day one. Or they're not the intended experience until sometimes years later. Scrungle says, if you pay $70 for a game, I fully expect it to be finished. Yep. Yeah. So anyway, Warner Brothers Pictures, Black Adam, new superhero movie, something they've been trying to make for like 15 years. Black Adam is kind of like the Duke Nukem Forever of the comic book superhero movie world. It's something they've been trying to make for a while. They finally did, came out a week or so ago, and I just saw a tweet from Warner Brothers Pictures about Black Adam. And let me preface this by saying I have not seen the movie yet. I plan to see the movie, not in the theater, but I'll see it eventually. Because it's a superhero movie, and I'm a big dork for superhero stuff, so... And I saw the marketing, and looks like it could be fun, so yeah, I'll see it eventually. it looks like it could be fun. Could be terrible, I don't know, but I'd like to see it. So I say this not having any really preconceived notions or really any horse in this race. But Warner Brothers' tweet was very sad to me because here it is. Thank you to audiences everywhere for making Black Adam movie the #1 movie in the world. Tag who you are going with this weekend. Get your tickets now. So we've got a poster that says #1 movie in the world. By what metric? I don't know. They're not saying. But, so they've got a Rotten Tomatoes score of 90%. Neat. And 3 People's Choice Awards. Okay. Interesting. Oh, wait. What is, what's that right below the popcorn bucket? What does that say? Oh, that's the audience score. 90% audience score at Rotten Tomatoes. Huh. And and so it's the audience score and People's Choice Awards. Oh, it's not actually People's Choice Awards, it's nominations for People's Choice Awards. Wow, Warner Brothers, that's the best press you could find for your movie, is the audience score at Rotten Tomatoes and 3 nominations for People's Choice Awards. I'm not saying the movie's bad. I'm not saying, it probably sucks. Could be a lot of fun. I have no idea. But that's really barrel bottom scraping right there. That's sad. That's desperate. You're making me feel bad, Warner Brothers. Oh, man. Good God. 90% Rotten Tomatoes. First of all, no one cares. Second, that's the audience score. And that stuff is always brigaded anyway. You know, either by people who are like, we're going to make this the most bestest rated movie ever, or we're going to make it the most horribly rated movie ever. You can't trust audience scores. Because people with lots of time on their hands will create sock puppet and bot accounts to just spam stuff. So, I've not read any reviews for Black Adam. I don't know what the critical consensus, if there is a general consensus, is, but I'm going to guess that it's not entirely positive, since what they're bragging about is the audience score and nominations for People's Choice Awards. Oh no. I want Black Adam to be good. The Rock, smacking people around, it looks fun. But, that it doesn't inspire confidence. It's really just sad. So, we'll see. I'll see it eventually. I hope it's fun. Let's see. The Duke Nukem Forever of superhero films. Yeah, I mean, hopefully not in quality, because I've not played Duke Nukem Forever, but I think the critical consensus on that game is it wasn't very good. Hopefully Black Adam's good. Dwayne Johnson is a fun performer. It's got superheroes in it, and they punch each other, and that's often a good time. So, the metric is likely money made. Maybe. I don't know. But I mean, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. It's like, well, the #1 movie that was attended by people named Dave. What? So, yeah, Rotten Tomatoes is... A Rotten Tomatoes score is not a metric of a film's quality. Not that as a bit of analytic data it's useless, no, but it would be incorrect to look at a 90% score in Rotten Tomatoes. This movie must be good. No, Likewise, looking at a 40% and saying, "Oh, this movie must suck." No, that's not how it works. Uh, Black Adam is, well, I kind of depends on the story. Hey, Chicago, Scrunkle asks, "Isn't Black Adam a villain?" He can be. Kind of depends on the story. Usually, bit of an anti-hero kind of a thing. Um, he's the doesn't play by the rules. Yeah, he's kind of the, I don't know, the Dirty Harry of superheroes. Yeah, he's ostensibly the protagonist. He's the protagonist, but he don't get in his way because he'll outright murder you. Don't mess with his stuff. But I mean, Doctor Doom, depending on the story, can also be an anti-hero. Just depends. So then again, I don't know what they're doing with this movie. Haven't seen it yet. Don't know how close to the books it is. I've not read any of the Black Adam or Shazam story stuff anyway. Those characters have popped up in other stories I've read, but I've never read their books, so I'm not like totally invested in the lore. In the movie, people have said he is. Well, I've seen some of the advertising. It looks like they're trying, like the Justice League or Justice Society, whichever one that is, are trying to convince him to be a hero. It could be the thing where he's I forget his city, his town, his country, wherever the hell he. I have Khazak Dune in my head, and that's the dwarf city in Lord of the Rings. But whatever city he calls home, he's protecting it, and he'll kill anyone who tries to, steal its resources or fuss with its people, right? And so the Justice Society is like, dude, you could be like a hero and help save the rest of the world. And I don't care. I only care about my place with my people. What you all do over there, no concern of mine. So, kind of Black Panther-ish in a way, if that's the direction the story's going. Let's see. Scrungle says, I've only seen him used in Injustice, so I associate him with being evil. Oh, sure. Kondak. That's right. Thank you, Chaos. Yeah, that's right. I wonder if Captain Marvel, as in Shazam Captain Marvel, shows up in Black Adam. Totally could. Seems kind of like a no-brainer. Maybe a mid-credits scene? They're already doing a Shazam 2, so... Anyway. Superhero movies are fun. Sometimes they're not very good, but yeah. So, oh, did you get, let me look. Did YouTube think you said a naughty word? YouTube. YouTube, you're so bad at this. Oh, by the way, Friday, I released a new video game fashion police on my YouTube channel. It's covering Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil Village. Just letting you know about it because Lord knows YouTube's probably not going to let you know about it. They've already admitted to me that they don't notify my subscribers when I put out videos. In fact, I just heard from someone this week, like in the last 2 days, who says, wow, I subscribed to you like 10 years ago and haven't seen hide nor hair of you since. I just ran across your Eurovision video. Wow. Huh. Well, my second Eurovision video, that came out earlier this week too, and it's doing pretty well. It's got about 2,000 views. Less than 10% are from my subscribers. And I have 11,400 subscribers. And it's like, well, that's odd. How come the majority of the people subscribe to your channel, the vast majority of the people subscribe to your channel don't watch your videos? Because they don't know about them. Because YouTube doesn't notify people that might... I mean, they notify about some fraction of 1% of my subscribers. That's about it. Eh, eh, bummer. YouTube had the brilliant suggestions like, well, have you tried notifying your subscribers to turn on their notifications? How do you suggest I do that, YouTube? Make a video that you're not going to notify them about? Like, I don't have your guys' email address or phone numbers. I can't call y'all or email y'all. All I can do is make videos and hope that YouTube alerts the people who actually subscribe to my channel, but it does not. Oh well. Chicago says they started seeing your second Eurovision video. You seem more animated in that video than usual. Well, normally when I react to something, if I'm not on camera, and I've made reaction videos where I do a true Android reaction, my reaction looks pretty much like this. But that's not very interesting to watch. So when I do reaction videos, I do try to make the outside match the inside. Because I'm enjoying what I'm watching, and I'm thinking a lot of things, but my face, when left to its own devices, adopts a very flat affect. And that's not very entertaining to watch. So I am conscious of using facial expressions and varying my tone of voice and gesticulating. You'll notice if you watch the marathon next weekend, as it gets later into the night and I get tired, I'll stop doing that. Where, you know, my voice will deepen. It'll flatten out. I'll stop. You know, I become less animated because I'm tired. So. Send carrier pigeons. There you go. Might actually reach more people than the. That is so silly. YouTube, you're silly. And with platforming bigotry and harmful disinformation. Oh, you. Alright. So let's talk about my spider buddy. So, we have some really big spiders in the neighborhood. Like, their bodies are about 1.5 inches long. So they've got like 3 or 4 inch. If they flatten out with their legs, that's like a 3 or 4 inch wide spider. Big spiders. Gnarly looking spiders. For the last 2 weeks or so, I had one out in the tree outside my window, and just big gnarly spider hanging out in the web, catching bugs and stuff. And I was impressed because at first the web was like there was one strand between 2 trees, and these trees are like 25 feet apart. Like, how did you even do that? Did you just kind of float on the breeze? What? You're a big spider. Did you walk it along the ground? Then a crow or a raven or something like that flew straight through the web and destroyed it. So my spider buddy rebuilt, but put one line from the top of the tree outside my window into like the plants on the ground, and then made a web there. And I'd been enjoying just watching my spider buddy do its spidery things outside the window for the last couple of weeks. But a few days ago, my spider buddy is gone. Packed up their web and moved on to greener pastures, I guess. Which is weird. I'm like, do spiders, like, disassemble their webs before they move? That's neat. But yeah, it was just there one day and gone the next. Took the web with them. And I'm sad. It was also a bright orange spider. It had a coloring that I don't often see in spiders. Not sure what kind of spider it is. Looked around at some native Southern California spiders, and could be some type of orb weaver. Not terribly certain. Scrungle says homeboy got annihilated. Uh, I mean, a bird could have swooped by and eaten my spider buddy, but then the web would still be there, at least portions of it. Web is entirely gone. Again, that's kind of weird. I don't know enough about spider behavior. Is that common? Do they disassemble their webs before they leave? It's pretty neat if they do, but banana spider, I honestly don't know. But they're just really fascinating to watch when they're outside. When they're inside, they're not as fascinating, and I got to scoop them up and throw them outside. Never seen one that big in my house though. But it was, it's just sitting right out my window, which, working on my stuff. Look out, spider buddy. Yeah, it's fun. I still see some big spiders in the neighborhood because I'm getting a sense of where they're building their webs, but yeah, I missed my spider buddy. Oh well. The spider went out for a pack of cigarettes. Yeah, be back any day now. It's fine. Chaos says it's possible that the majority have notifications turned off. I mean, I guess it's possible that over 11,000 people subscribed to my channel and then turned notifications off. But what it is my channel predates notification. So the bulk of my subscribers subscribed before the notification bell was introduced. And at some point, YouTube defaulted the subscription notifications to it's not curated. What do they call it? Personalized, I think they called it. Which is their algorithm suggests or notifies you of the stuff it thinks you want to watch, or rather the stuff that it would be most profitable if you would watch. So I don't think the majority of my subscribers turned off notifications. I think the majority of my subscribers subscribed and then, have their notifications automatically set to preferred, which is YouTube's curation, which is kind of garbage. But there's really nothing I can do about it. So, oh well. Scrungle says, I watch a spider spend a long time making this a really thick. Yeah, it's kind of fascinating to watch it. I'm like, do you ever get frustrated? Because every time you catch a fly or something, it screws up the web and you have to rebuild parts of it. I wonder if spiders are like, ugh, FML, man. Gotta rebuild this damn web again. Every single day with this crap. Jared says those types are not fun to face plant into the web. That's true. Also, these spideys love hanging out in trees, so you got to be careful running under the trees. Because I've seen them up there. It's like they decide to come down and drop on your head. I've actually this was when in my old place. This would have been more than 10 years ago. I came home and took off my shirt and draped it over the back of a chair, and there was a spider on the shoulder. I'm like, how'd you get there? I must have just ran into a spider, and it just hitched a ride on my shoulder the entire walk home. So, yeah, it happens. I've seen a spider fly away, wind blew his web loose, and just whoosh, gone. Chaos says, I've had notifications turned off till just 2 weeks ago. Everyone, if you're not getting notified of my videos and you want to be, check to make sure notifications are on. This has been your public service announcement. Chicago says, thought spider webs were built to catch flies and other meals for spiders. That's my understanding. Not just a fun place to sit. That's specifically to catch bugs. But I wouldn't be. I'm not terribly surprised that those giant spiders aren't in my house because what would they eat? You know, there's no gigantic horse flies or something flying around in here, so that might be nice and warm, but they'd have nothing to eat. So, Scrungle says, I have notifications on. I still don't get notifications. I got the podcast notification, but I didn't even. Now you did a Eurovision. Yeah, that's the thing. Is I've talked to several subscribers and asked them about their notifications, and a lot of them have notifications on and still don't get notified. So, I mean, I guess I could take time in my videos to say like and subscribe and click the bell and set it specifically to all notifications, but at this point, I have a feeling that most people know that, and two, it doesn't matter if they do because YouTube still doesn't notify them half the time anyway. Oh, my blood. It's like, well, that's right. I set up a web, didn't catch any flies. Guess I'm just gonna have to live off your bodily fluids, buddy. Yeah. So I have a lot of reading material, books, magazines, comics, manga and stuff like that. Graphic novels, right? Lots of things to read. For my entire adult life, I have kept the majority of it in boxes. So I don't have any place to put them, right? I have these bookshelves, or well, these DVD media shelves behind me, which are specifically for DVDs and video games and stuff like that. These over here are actually bookshelves, but I'm still using them for media. I do have one bookshelf that I've had pretty much my entire life, but all my books, a lot of the smaller stuff, the paperbacks and the graphic novels and stuff, those are stacked too deep because I only have so much space. And even then, I like my entire run of Lone Wolf and Cub, right? They come in little books about this big. I could have that spanning the entire shelf, but no, I have them in stacks, too deep. So, because so I'm cleaning and prep for the marathon next week, and I'm like, okay, I should get rid of stuff, and I'm throwing some stuff away. Like, I like to keep the boxes of things. Like, I still had the box for my Wii U, and the box for my Switch, and the box for my graphics card, and the box for my microphone and stuff. I don't need those in my house, so I got rid of all that stuff. And then I was looking at my magazines, and I have, I was thinking, I'm never going to read these again. Should I get rid of some of these? I mean, they're just sitting in boxes. But, I like my Nintendo Powers, and I like my Fangoria magazines. I like having them for some reason. It's like, it's part of my life, So I brought everything out into the living room, and I was sorting through it, and I was thinking, well, I really want to keep this, but, I'm not really as attached to this. And I had sorted things into the definitely want to keep and stuff I could probably just throw in the recycle bin. And then I realized I could just buy a goddamn bookshelf. So I did. I bought a goddamn bookshelf. The Nintendo... Well, they're not mint. I mean, I do have the first issue of Nintendo Power, but it's not mint. I've read it. It's not torn all to shreds. It's fine, but, maybe it might be worth more money than I, paid for it originally. But, I'm not going to sell them. They're mine. So I bought a very large bookshelf, 7 foot tall, 6 foot wide, and cost several $100s. But I've always said, you know what? One day I want to have enough shelving where I can put all my books and my magazines and my graphic novels and stuff and display them. And here we go. So I purchased it, and the delivery said November 8th through November 14th or something like that, and it arrived today. That was really quick. Wasn't expecting. I was expecting it the week after the charity event. I'm like, oh crap, okay. And again, this thing's 7 foot tall, so it came in two very long boxes. Also, probably was not as difficult to put together as You Can't See It, but it's the low table that I have on the other side of the couch. That was probably one of the most difficult pieces of furniture to put together. Something that you just need several people to hold things in place while you screw them together. This bookshelf that I just bought took me all day to put together. Worst instructions I've ever seen. Just absolutely abysmal. They're worded poorly, they're frequently wrong, and none of the pieces are actually labeled. It doesn't do me a damn bit of good to cite part H if none of the parts have like a little sticker on them telling me which one it is. And there's no pictures, it's all illustrations, which aren't the best. But I figured it out. Took me around 4 hours to get this sucker together. And man, am I glad I bought an impact driver, because that was a godsend putting this sucker together. The problem is there's not enough room in my bedroom to actually put that thing together without taking all of the furniture out of my bedroom. So I put it together in my living room, and then I had to move that table over there, my workstation, so that I could angle it around the corner and slide it into my bedroom. But then I realized that in order to stand it up, I need to get enough room on the floor anyway, so I had to move all of my furniture to get this thing flat so that I could lift it up and put it up against the wall. Oh god, it was a mess. I don't have any shelves up yet. So I still have to put all the shelves on it. Which I'll do as I go. Have to decide if I want to mount it to the wall too, because it's currently sitting about 4 inches or so away from the wall, so I'm not blocking a power strip, which I use for my printer. But I can't mount it to. I have to put. It does something weird. Let me show you. So how they want you to mount it to a wall is they give you little brackets, and they're like, okay, screw one bracket to the top of the shelf, right? Okay. Screw other bracket to the wall. Okay. Now take this zip tie. Now take this zip tie and connect the two brackets, and now if it tips forward, it hopefully won't pull off the wall. That's the weirdest damn thing I've ever heard. Okay, but sure, fine. So I have a 7-foot tall bookshelf in my bedroom now, and I've got room for my books and my magazines, and I have, I think, like the entire run of Nintendo Power, which is, I don't know how many issues that is, 250 or something like that. I don't have the entire run of Fangoria. That one, I think Fangoria might actually predate me. But I didn't even get into Fangoria until I was in my 20s. So I have a lot of them, but not all of them. But now I have a shelf to put them on, and I can also move some of the books on my existing bookshelf, which is only like 4 feet tall or something like that. I can move some of those so I'm not double stacking all of my books, right? So that's nice. I'm pretty happy with that. It was a real pain in the butt to do that. Why is this not focused right? Focus. 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 There we go. That was a tough one to do by myself. Moving the bed, my new bed, because I bought a new bed a couple of months ago. That was a pain because the platform it sits on is really heavy. And also the mattress is very big and bulky, so it's tough moving all that stuff. Anyway, Gaffy Fox says I've upgraded my shelving for my video game collection twice in just the past few years, and it's already getting full. Yeah, these shelves are pretty full. My gaming shelf is over there, and it's pretty full. I may have to my older stuff, my Super NES, depending on how much I may be able to take that stuff out of the drawer. My dresser drawer, only the top dresser drawer is actually used for clothing. The second drawer is Super Nintendo stuff. The third drawer is N64 stuff, and the bottom drawer is my VCR and some VHS tapes. So I may be able to take those things out of a drawer and display them on a shelf. Kind of depends. I've got a lot of shelving, but we'll have to see. So. Ooh, there's a Halloween flash... Oh, no, I get it. It's a flesh sale because this is pornography. From Girlfriends Films. Not Possessive, though. Just Girlfriends Films. So, multiple girlfriends films, but not possessive. So, it's not Girlfriend apostrophe S or Girlfriends apostrophe. It's just Girlfriends Films. That's a weird name. But they're having a Halloween flesh sale, and they are selling a website subscription, looks like. Only $7.95 a month. Cool. Thanks for letting me know, Girlfriends Films. Girlfriends Films. Boy, that's not great branding. Girlfriend Films. There you go. Just... that doesn't roll off the tongue easy. And in porn, you want to roll it... Well, no, okay. Scrungle says, I stopped focusing for a second and now we're on porn. Yeah, I was checking my email while I saw an email come in. And it's just a advertisement for some pornography website called Girlfriends, but not Possessive, Films. Girlfriends plural, films plural. So it's films with lots of girlfriends. But they're not the film, but the girlfriends don't own the films because there's no apostrophe. It's weird. Chaos says, I've got over a dozen shelves. They're almost all full. Yep, the struggle is real. I mean, that's one nice thing about, digital libraries is, you can't run out of space, kind of, except, even my digital stuff, I want to make sure I store it locally, which means I do have a finite amount of space, because I don't trust Sony or anyone else to have this stuff available indefinitely. At some point, they're going to turn various servers off, and I'm not going to have access to my stuff anymore. My books and my magazines and my graphic novels, all that stuff will always be here for me unless my house burns down or my apartment burns down. My video games, my physical copies are all right there. Again, unless I have the apartment fire, they're all fine. Of course, the more modern stuff, is there anything actually on the disc? I mean, imagine, I'm in my 60s or something, and I pull, I don't know, Doom Eternal off the shelf. I'm gonna play Doom Eternal, a game I'm notoriously bad at. And I put it in I dust off my PS4, and I put in the Doom Eternal, and it says, I'm sorry, you can't download this game. And I'm like, I'm not downloading the game. I've got the disc. It's like, oh no, you don't understand. There's nothing on this disc. You have to download the game, but we don't have those servers up anymore, so... Well, at least the box art is pretty. Scrungle says, I used to have a lot of Wii games. They got stolen? Oh, it sucks. Chaos says around 4,000 plus games. So I don't have that many. I don't know if I have that many even if you include all of my digital stuff. Like, I think if I'm looking at... What does my master list say? Let's take a look. How many games do I have? 1,225. Okay. Haven't played them all, though. A lot of my games, they are unplayed. Chicago says, more like addicted to games. Cafe Fox says, my bureau, first drawer, miscellaneous gaming collectibles, second drawer, underwear. Third, yeah, that's my first drawer. It's the socks and underwear drawer. Third drawer, work clothes. Fourth drawer, cables, tapes, and video related. Fifth drawer, sheets. Yeah, my cables and stuff are in this little foot thing here. My sheets and blankets and bedding and towels and stuff, that's all in the little, linen closet. That's not locked, by the way. I can get into that linen closet anytime I want. Unlike some other linen closets I know, trails in the sky. Someday I'll get in that linen closet. Have we, oh yeah, we were able to wander around Grand Cell. We went into the hotel to see if we could get in the linen closet, but no. I guess none of the characters really wanted it enough. Because if you, in Phantasma, you see, if you want it enough, it can happen. So. Alright, so. Got a fun week ahead, so we're going to do some Trails in the Sky tomorrow. Probably not going to beat the game tomorrow. Probably have 2, maybe 3 more sessions of that. Remember, next week is the charity marathon, so no Molehill Mountain, because we'll be busy streaming games, and no Sunday stream, because I'll be busy sleeping. Yeah, the marathon ends at noon, which is normally when I start the Sunday stream. So none of that. But, so we've got the Sunday stream tomorrow. We'll play some more Trails in the Sky. We're going to do a Halloween stream on Monday night. So if you're not out trick-or-treating or something, I think at 8 Pacific Standard Time I'll start streaming, and going to play a horror game. It's, what's it called? Obscure 2 for the Wii. One of my games that I've never finished. It's a fun little horror game. High school kids. Oh, there's horrible monsters running around the school. Oh no, that kind of a thing. It's fun. And I bought a bunch of candy. So let me show off the candy. It's all bulk candy. How about lots of candy? Let's see. I've got this I've got a dark chocolate sea salt caramels. I've got, I have no idea, vanilla caramel melting bits, whatever the hell that is. Chocolate covered cherries. Lots of chocolate. Do I have anything that's not chocolate? I don't know. Milk chocolate honeycomb. Couldn't find any dark chocolate honeycomb. That's double shot espresso caramels. What are these? Dark chocolate peppermint almonds. I don't see them sitting here, but I know I must have missed one. I have pumpkin pie almonds also. Chocolate peanut butter filled pretzel nuggets. Chocolate toffees. And chocolate banana chips. So, join me and watch me eat junk food. And if I'm not giving any of this away. Nope. Come to my door and say trick or treat, I will ignore you. All this candy is mine. I bought it for me. So, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday night. We'll play some Obscure 2 and eat a lot of chocolate and make ourselves sick, but I'll have like 4 days before the marathon to puke my guts out. It'll be fine. No, I'm not going to eat all of this. You know, basically, they come in bins, right? And you put the bag underneath and you go, okay. You know, and just, you know, like, this was as little as I could manage to get out of the damn thing. So Monday, Monday, got a little Halloween stream. Tuesday is the last promo video for Extra Life. That'll talk about the games we're playing, the various incentives, and the guests. Super Metal Dave will be here. Kelly will be here. It's my sister Kelly. I don't think I've ever had any other Kelly here, but you know. Wednesday is is the third episode of Movie Mandates. So hope you're enjoying that. That episode we keep to an hour. I think from here on out we actually keep them all to an hour. So we're getting better at it. Thursday I'm going to try and have my Gem and the Holograms video done. So maybe another video on Thursday. And then Saturday we start doing the marathon. So Resident Evil is going to be our main game, Resident Evil Village. We're going to alternate that with Super Mario Maker 2, where I'll be playing the levels that donors submit, and I've already got a couple levels to play. Let me get all this chocolate out of the way. Let me pull up my... We hit the first milestone. We've raised $505 so far, I think. Which means we're doing a 25-hour marathon, so we'll be going from noon to noon. Yep. So, let's see. If we raise $1,000, we'll play Ring Fit Adventure's rhythm game to help keep us awake. $1,500, we will play Bayonetta 3 around about midnight. $2,000, and we will play... not a video game, but an immersive murder mystery board game kind of a thing. It's called Body on the Boardwalk. It's from Hunt to Killer. Basically, there's a bunch of garbage in the box. So, the scenario is somebody died at like a boardwalk carnival, and for some reason it's up to me to figure out who did it, using all of the evidence and stuff that's in the box. So if we raise $2,000, my sister and I will see if we can solve a murder. $2,500, she will take us on a tour of Kumquatia, which is her Animal Crossing village. As we raise money throughout the night, we'll be doing a drinking game, and let me show off with some of that. So every $100 we raise, up to, I think, what did I say, 2,000? Yeah, up to 2,000. I will drink a new interesting drink, like Liquid Death. Mango chainsaw. I have no idea. Mama Chia. Blackberry hibiscus. I got this one because it's got chunks of stuff in it, which I'm assuming are chia seeds. Lou sent me a couple bottles of Fentiman's fizzy drink, and as Brian, hey Lindy, Lindy asks, do I even get kids coming trick or treating? No, I live in an apartment complex, and they just gated the community, so I've been in this unit for 7 years. I've never had any kids come to my door trick or treating. And now that we have fencing up, definitely not going to have any, so all the candy is mine. Brian was saying, hey, maybe you should try some... I know you don't drink, but have you thought about ginger beer? Well, it just so happens that one of the Fentiman's fizzy drinks that Lou sent me is ginger beer. So I think I have 6 or 7 of these, so we'll give those a try, and I need to buy some more. So every $100 we raise up to 2,000, I'll drink a different drink. Oh, another thing to show off. And if we hit our goal of 3,000, I'll dump a little bit. I bought this today. I'll dump a little bit of each drink into the carafe and mix it around. And if we hit our goal, I'll chug it at the end of the stream. So that'll be fun. For maybe not for me, but what else we got? Every $100 we raise, I will put 10 pounds on the weight bar, and at the end of the night, I'll try to lift however much money we've raised. So if we raise $3,000, that's 300 pounds that I'll try to bench after having been up for more than a day and hopped up on ginger beer. Perfectly safe. Perfectly safe. My sister will be here to spot me. And there are safety catches on this thing. So it should be impossible, nearly impossible, to drop it on my face. What else we got going here? Oh, speaking of Lindy in the chat, we've got the art raffle going on. So, if you donate $50, more specifically, if you make multiple donations and they add up to $50, doesn't have to be all at once, but once your donations reach $50, you get your own little raffle ball that goes in the pot, and at the end of the night, we draw a ball, and whoever's name gets drawn Lindy will draw them a fantasy, video game, or cartoon portrait of their choice. We've been doing that for a couple of years now, and some absolutely wonderful art has come of it. So happy to be bringing that back. So yeah, that's the gist of it. Kelly will be here. Super Metal Dave will be here. Will there be anything else? Yes, there are some surprises. But there's surprises, so come back next weekend and be surprised. So, Skrunkle says, let's get this charity. Yep. Chicago says, I thought the horror game you were going to play was E.T. on the Atari 20... You know, E.T. on the 2600 is really not that bad. But no, what I'm going to play on Halloween is Obscure, The Aftermath. It's one of the games that I've actually started this like twice, and I never finished it. So, and I don't, according to How Long to Beat, it's only like a 7-hour game. Oh, by the way, Halloween, we're probably only going to be playing for like 3 hours, maybe. We're not going to finish the game. We're not going to be playing for an obscenely long time. It is a work night, so that's the plan. We're going to see on a Sugar Rush and then a Sugar Crash on Monday. There you go. Cass says, I tend to stick with Snickers, Kit Kats, and peppermint patties. Well, I have dark chocolate peppermint almonds, so that's close. Jared says, so 11 to 2 a.m. for me. Nice. Sorry it's so late. I mean, it's the maybe not the most convenient time for everybody, but I mean, it's a work night, so it's about all I can do. I was actually out. I bought the craft tonight, and while I was out at Walmart, a bunch of people in costumes. I guess there's just a bunch of Halloween parties this weekend, so. Kids know better than to go to Andrew's door. They won't get candy. That's right. Do you think that guy has candy? Oh, he has candy, but he won't give any of it away. He keeps it all for himself. Also, I mean, this is it's bulk candy. Don't pass out bulk candy. I mean, unless you're passing it out like this, don't. Yeah, that's you don't need all kinds of kids with their disgusting little fingers in loose candy. Everything you give out should be wrapped. And everything you take from trick or treating should be wrapped. Don't take fistfuls of bulk candy. No good will come of that. Lindy says, I mean, what can go wrong? Lee said, hey Lee, says, what about $1 million worth? You going? Well, I mean, there's a I have on my event page, every $100 we raise up to $3,000. So the maximum amount I will load on this weight bar is 300 pounds. Reason being is I only have 300 pounds of weights to put on it. All of the weights I have add up to 300 pounds, so I can't go higher than that. Could I lift much more than that? Probably not. What's my single rep maximum? 3 plates is 315, so a little bit more than that, but that's with so maybe 325, but that's with a spotter. And, with help, can I do 300? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll see. Let's raise $3,000 and see if I can do one rep. Probably not doing more than one rep. Lindy says, happy to draw your kinks to raise money for the kids. There you go. Yeah, I mean, the first year it was Link from Breath of the Wild in his Gerudo dancer outfit. He's doing a sexy pose. It's really wonderful. And then last year, Riku Palandino won and commissioned Riku in Lederhosen, which is pretty great. And honestly, Riku Palandina and Captain Toad 64 have been in the stream, has been in my audience for years, and I never actually made the connection between Riku and Riku from the Final Fantasy X series. Yeah, I'm like, oh shoot, okay, that's what Suzanne. I think that's where Suzanne's online name is coming from. So, Orion, hello. So, what's the weirdest thing everyone got from trick or treating? I got one of those little Christ booklets once. I don't recall ever getting reading material. Let me think. Did I ever get anything interesting? Nothing comes to mind, but I do remember that my sister, I think, dressed up as Jessica Rabbit once, and so we made her foam breasts to fill out her red dress, and we were probably 10 at the time or something like that. Let's see. I would have been 10, she would have been 9. That would have been like the year after Roger Rabbit came out, so that makes sense. And I remember we were at this one house trick or treat, and this old dude, in my memory, I remember him being this giant dude, but of course I was probably like 5 foot tall or something like that, so he probably wasn't that huge. But he was in the doorway, And trick or treat. And he's like, oh, and he leans forward, looking at my sister's foam breast. He goes, those are nice. And it's like, okay, going to the next house. It's like, good God, you leering old creep. So, yeah, that one's always stuck with me. I think Mom was actually there too. I think she, because we were only 10 at the time, so Mom was probably on the porch with us, or at least on the sidewalk, because I know she knows this story too. And it's just like, okay, next house. Pencils? You got pencils? Ugh. Chaos got pencils. Chicago says, I got batteries every year from Radio Shack on Halloween. Well, what Radio Shack, when they existed, did they hand out batteries for Halloween? That's actually not a terrible deal. I would have gone to Radio Shack and got some free batteries. Orion says, Orion is Firelight. Okay. Wanted to change my name and match a few of the other social accounts. Okay, I'll try and keep that connection in mind. That's the problem. Is sometimes I know some of you across different social medias, and sometimes I forget which, like Chaos. I know Chaos's given name, and sometimes I forget which person to link up with which. Because Chaos, I had made a donation earlier this week, and I sent a thank you, and then forgot something. I was like, wait a minute, I know who Chaos is. I'm looking through my DMs. I'm like, I think it's this person. So, it can be tough sometimes. Scrungle says, someone gave me a full-ass can of Coca-Cola for... I've had that happen. I've definitely had a can of soda. That's happened. Scrungle's Snake. Orion's Firelight. Chaos, I'm not going to say your name, but I do remember who you are. Chicago. Riku is Suzanne. I don't have that problem with Jared. Jared's Jared. So, I mean, that's one of the reasons I use my name. Car alarm. It's just easier for me. Boy, that's a lot of candy on the floor. I better not eat all of that Monday night. I will be deathly ill. Your Twitch name. I'd know it if I saw it. Because sometimes you're playing stuff while I'm streaming, so I see your notification pop up. I'm gonna cheat. It's like Burning Jammer or something like that. Burning Jammer. There we go. I was like, I know it. If I saw it, I'd know it. One of these days, says Scrungle, we're gonna set up a Discord for all of us. We got a comfy little community. Snake, I'm only connected to like a couple of people on Steam because I just don't do anything. But I have Discord. I have the app Discord. I should probably set something up. I I've put some thought into Discord, but I haven't really taken the time to really learn it too well, and I'm also concerned that if I did set it up, I'd spend too much time on it. It's one of the reasons I don't follow people on social media, because I just read everything, and I don't have time to do that. So, yeah. Okay, so let's close it out for tonight, and we'll continue with the stream, the Sunday stream tomorrow, and we'll have a Halloween stream on Monday. Got a couple videos this following week, and then we've got the 25-hour charity marathon on starts at noon on Saturday. I have a little. It's not produced by me, but I have a little how Extra Life got started video. It's about 13-14 minutes long. I'm going to start streaming at probably 11:40 that morning Pacific Standard Time, and start with that video just for give people so the link gets out, you can get there. It's a tear-jerking video, so it's a great way to start off the show with we're all sloppy crying. So get a mod to help me with Discord. Yeah, probably. And chat bots. Yeah, we have enough of those. All right, so I am super excited. I hope you are too. I still have a fair amount of work to do to you think stuff like this is easy. It's just like, just turn on the camera and play games for an hour. What are you even doing? I mean, I guess you could make it that easy, but nah, I don't make it easy. I make a whole silly event out of the damn thing. But I have a blast doing it, and I know a lot of you really enjoy it. So it is a lot of work, and it's very stressful, but it's also a lot of fun. And hey, we also raise money for hospitalized kids, so there's that too. So, okay, y'all have a good night. I'm going to look longingly at this candy that I'm not going to eat for another 2 days, and hope to see some of you in the morning for some more Trails in the Sky. So until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.